Yeah.
What's the biggest year coming in now? You're a junior. You've got a chance to be a team leader. Do you prepare any differently? Do you have to do anything different?
Every year is different. I think I've been around. It's my third year, so I kind of know what to do and how to do it. So I'm just taking each day how it is, just to compete and not take anything for granted.
You have a chance to really carve out, your role as the point guard this year, without an older guy there, maybe in front of you. How do you feel you've done, and what do you feel you have to do to maybe fend off a guy like Kobe?
Yeah, I think I've done a good job of just competing. There's a lot of talent throughout the whole roster, and I think that's good for competition. I think that's good for when we have to play somebody else. So, I think I've just done a good job of, being a leader, being tough on every possession, every practice, and just knowing what I'm supposed to do.
Obviously, you had some big plays down the stretch there at the end of the year. Did that build your confidence, or are you always confident?
Yeah, definitely. You want to play well. You want to, know that you're doing something. You're contributing to the team in a good way. So, confidence boosters, start, early in the gym. This summer, getting your reps in. So that starts way before the game.
Coach obviously mentions you're one of the more reliable shooters on the team. Just where is that important to this club?
Yeah, I just think being able to step into a shot and take it and make it. Knowing that your teammates have trust in you. To knock it down from the perimeter. It's good. So I think whenever I have an opportunity to step into it, I want to take it and make it.
As one of the older guys, do you consciously do anything different to take a leadership role or be more vocal, or you just be you?
Yeah, I think I've done a good job of leading by example and by my voice. I've been around again, so I know how to do things, and just being tough. Leading by example, showing the younger guys how we do stuff.
The natural reaction to fans is to look at the young guys coming in with all the stars next to them. Do you ever feel like they overlook you, or do you worry about what people outside the program think?
I don't worry about that stuff. I know I'm here for a reason. I know what I've done, and I know that I've improved. So, that's great for them. I'm happy for my teammates. They deserve that. But for myself, I just stay the course each day, try to get better.
With a host of guys who can play the guard position, the wing position, what do you see from these guys? And there seems to be a lot of versatility.
Oh, of course. I was just about to get into that. There's a lot of versatility throughout the roster, and guys that can do a number of things, even from our center down to a guy like Kobe that can play like 3 positions. So it's going to be special. There's going to be a lot of lineups that I think the fans are going to be really excited to see, and it's going to be a special season.
Coach talks about positionless and position flexibility. You're a guy with kind of like a position. Is that easy to focus just on the one there, or do you?
Yes and no. Point guard is definitely a hard position in its own, but I just have to own that position, and I think I have really been working just on that as a whole, trying to be the best point guard I can be for myself and for the team.
How different are you than the kid who showed up for this thing 3 years ago?
Way different. My maturity is definitely showing early in practices and skill workouts. Just how I hold myself, carry myself on and off the court. So I'm really ready to take that next step.
When Kadeem was running